Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I will be doing an art journaling spread. I hope you have a refreshing beverage and maybe your own craft, and I hope you enjoy this video. I just recently got several new crafting supplies from Joann's and I was just itching to try them on. So again, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So now I'm just applying a thin layer of gesso to prime this page. I really didn't need it, but it's always helpful to just make sure that page is protected when you're using some water soluble mediums, which is what I'll be doing later on. So I'm just going to give this mat a quick clean off with a wipe, and I'm going to dry this page. Make sure it gets nice and dry so that it can accept the next step. So now I'm going to spray some Distress inks on the page. The colors I am using today are Salvage Patina and Carved Pumpkin. And I'm doing this inside of a box so that I can protect everything around my crafting area. And now I'm just going to spray a little bit of water to help those colors run just a little. So after drying that layer, I'm going to use a stencil that I made on my Cricut machine, and I'm going to use those exact same colors with this stencil to add another layer of interest. And now I'm going to take another piece of paper and I'm going to just try to capture all of that excess ink that was on the pan so that I'm not wasting any. And I will end up with a nice background for another journaling spread. I'm going to do the same thing with a couple of tags that I made previously and just put a little bit of ink on those tags, again to avoid wasting as much ink as possible. And now I'm going to create another layer of color with another stencil. These are just some irregular circles, and the color that I used for this, I believe, was walnut. And again, this is just to add another layer of interest. And as always, I'm going to ink up the edges of this paper. Although if you continue to watch, you'll see later on I changed my mind about what color I wanted the edges to be. And now I'm going to add a border of some really simple flowers to the page. And this is also a Tim Holtz sticker and stencil set that I picked up from Joann's not long ago. And I'm using black archival ink. And now I'm going to add some tiny dots using the same stencil and stamp set from Tim Holtz. And I'm just varying the degree of pressure that I use with each time I press the ink onto the page, so that some parts will be lighter and some a little darker, just to give it a little bit more interest. And I'm using black walnut ink, black walnut archival ink. switch to this beautiful marine blue. I can't remember where I got this ink pad from. I've had it for quite some time, but the color is just so pretty. And I think it blends in with the rest of the spread just perfectly. And now I'm going to add my focal point, which will be this beautiful teal butterfly. And he'll have a little buddy beside him, a smaller butterfly from the same collection. And now to finish the page, I am just going to put some wording down. This was actually the next day, so you'll notice the lighting is a little different. And the saying says, just when the caterpillar thought her life was over, she began to fly. And now I'm just going to attempt to add some white splashes. I say attempt because I noticed that as I'm putting it down, because I added water, it's mixing in with those distress inks and it's changing the color to more of a golden yellow, which is still pretty. Again, this is a part of the learning process when you're new to art journaling, learning how different mediums react with the other.